Hello everyone, I'm Data from JGX and it's time to go back in the MechLab with an analysis about the Orion. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you, if you haven't done that yet, to please subscribe to my channel because it really helps me going forward. First, the hitboxes. The Orion it's a board, like it's pretty big. It's easy to pinpoint the CT or the side torsos, and even if you turn it sideways, it's still pretty easy to hit the side torsos and the CT itself. It doesn't shield that well, so it doesn't naturally tank, but because of the massive quirks that it has, it actually tanks. As for the agility, the XLD cell is a bit slow compared to other 75 tonners, like for example the Timberwolf or even the Black Knight. It's a bit slow accelerating and decelerating, but the turn rate and the torso turn rate is actually pretty good. So this mech is good at torso twisting. It torso twists pretty fast. Interesting variants. I want to start from the Orion VA because it's basically one of the best brawlers around. As usual, common for all the Orions, massive spam of survival quirks, armor, plus crit chance receiving. So basically, you're getting your weapons crit less often, and also you're also receiving less crits on the structure. So your structure actually lasts a bit longer. It tanks not because of the geometry, but it tanks because of the quirks. What can you do with this mech? You can do a learn bout for LRM15, or because of the massive SRM quirks, you can actually turn it into a nice SRM AC20 brawler, like this. This is how I would do it. Another interesting one is the Orion K. Many people underestimate this mech. When they have to run triple snub and AC20, they usually do it on the Marauder, but this one is more quirked. So I'd say that if you are trying to find a heavy mech that does well triple snub and an AC20, I'd say that this one is the best one in the game because ballistic cooldown, ballistic velocity, energy cooldown, energy heat, generic velocity, turbo defensive quirks. For triple snub and AC20, I'd say that this is better than the other heavies. And I'd do it like this. The M1 is based on an LBX. It's a mix of stuff. It's not that good because the weapons are so different between each other. It has a nice DPS though. It's not a shit mech, but I'd say that the other two brawlers outperform this one by a small margin. Not even by that much, because this is pretty good at shitting in massive DPS values. It's just that like the triple snub and AC20 can shoot and twist, shoot and twist. Same with the AC20 and 4 SRM6. One. An interesting one that people don't even use is the V. The V is massively quirked on those UACs that it has on the right side, and because of that 20% cooldown on the energy too, it can actually spam a lot of DPS despite the fact that it has a very small amount of weapons. You can side mount it like this, or you can try to put a couple of light PPCs and use the extra tonnage otherwise, like rising the engine, for example, get rid of an ammo, get a 325, shock and heat sink like this. You can play around with the mech, but it doesn't look like it is much, but this is actually a lot of DPS if you factor in the jump chance and the jump duration as well. And in the end, we have the Protector. I think the Protector is very good. It's different from the others. You can do different stuff. You have ballistic cooldown, energy cooldown, a thick 15 heat, and 5 range. I think that the Orion Protector is the best heavy mech platform to do 2 ERPPC and 2 light Gauss. Like this. And the mounts aren't even that bad. It's a side peeker. Now I'm going to show you one by one in the testing ground how they feel in terms of bullet velocity.
Target acquired. Target. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
So in the end, which ones should you buy? The Protector is definitely interesting. The Brawler ones are interesting as well. The V is so and so, but I think that all of the Orions are good mechs. All of them, right now. The sniping one, the 3 brawler ones are strong. The Dakar one is so and so. Thanks you guys for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content. If so, and if you haven't done that yet, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit like, share the content with your friends. I'll catch you guys next time.